Lemoyne Dolphins versus Xavier Musketeers. Lemoyne enters Cincinnati carrying a 1-0 mark and the swagger of a Northeast Conference dark horse, but the road ahead is steep against a Xavier squad equally unbeaten and armed with Big East size and tempo. The projection tilts heavily toward Xavier, yet Lemoyne's blistering start, 94 points on 53% shooting in its opener, adds a layer of intrigue. The Dolphins lead their early conference pack, chasing a statement win that could redefine expectations, while Xavier, seeking to cement its Big East, standing among power programs like Marquette and UConn, eyes control from tip to buzzer. Statistically, the contrast couldn't be sharper. Lemoyne thrives on pace and efficiency, averaging 94.0 points per game on 53.4% shooting, highlighted by a strong 76.9% mark at the line. Their 22 assists to just 11 turnovers speak to crisp ball movement, while 16 steals and 4 blocks underscore their defensive urgency. Xavier's opening win leaned on defensive steadiness, 66 points scored, 62 allowed, and solid rebounding fundamentals, 31 total boards. Offensively, the Musketeers shot 34% from the field and 26.9% from three, leaving room for rhythm to develop. Malik Messina-Moore's 16 points on 40% shooting anchor Xavier's attack, while Anthony Robinson's 5 rebounds and 3 steals define their defensive edge. For Lemoyne, Dung Garang leads with 16 points on 63.8% shooting, supported by Amerty Moss's all-around balance of 4 assists and 100% free throw precision. The core matchup, Xavier's defensive control versus Lemoyne's offensive fluidity, a pure strength versus strength showdown. Momentum tells its own story. Lemoyne's recent 5 stretch shows flashes of offensive firepower, including a 94-50 thrashing of NYCB. But inconsistency last season against CCSU and LIU left lessons in composure. Xavier, on the other hand, enters on a more stable arc, winning 4 of its last 5 dating back to last March, highlighted by gritty battles with Illinois and Providence. The Musketeers' home energy at Cintas Center traditionally amplifies their physical style, while Lemoyne's challenge lies in sustaining tempo and shot selection against superior depth. At the heart of this clash lies the duel between Garang and Messina-Moore, 2 16-point scorers with different offensive identities. Garang's attack is efficient and vertical, built on precision cuts and high-percentage finishes, while Messina-Moore's rhythm is more deliberate, relying on mid-range control and foul line confidence. Around them, support systems emerge. Moss and Trent Mosquera's combined 9 steals for Lemoyne pressure passing lanes, while Robinson and Milicevic's rebounding tandem stabilizes Xavier's interior. The player who dictates tempo, Garang's quick strike scoring or Messina-Moore's steady half-court command, could define the night's narrative. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Xavier winner. Tactically, Lemoyne's advantage lies in spacing and ball speed. Their 22 assists show unselfish distribution, but Xavier's length and switching defense will test every lane. The Dolphins' perimeter defense, anchored by Mosquera's 5 steals, meets its toughest challenge yet in Xavier's disciplined ball screens and cutting actions. Transition control may be decisive. Xavier's rebounding edge against Lemoyne's aggressive outlet play sets the balance of power. The bench tilt favors Xavier, whose rotation carries more front-court stability and late-game experience. Prediction: Xavier's defensive rebounding and size grind down Lemoyne's rhythm after an early surge. Expect a competitive first half before the Musketeers impose control through interior pressure and foul discipline. Discipline, depth, and composure carry the night, as Xavier reaffirms its Big East identity, while Lemoyne gains the respect of a rising program unafraid to punch above its weight. Final score: total under 159.5. St. Francis, PA versus TCU. The stage is set in Fort Worth for a matchup that pits an underdog chasing belief against a Big 12 squad desperate for a response. St. Francis, Pennsylvania, sitting at 0-1, travels south to face TCU, also 0-1, in a clash that carries early season urgency. The Horned Frogs hold a commanding 94.7% win probability, but the Red Flash arrive intent on proving that numbers don't dictate heart. For TCU, this is about stabilizing after a tight home loss. For St. Francis, it's an opportunity to steal momentum and rewrite their season narrative before it even begins. The stat sheet reveals contrasting basketball philosophies. St. Francis averages 68.0 points on 40.9% shooting, hitting 29.4% from deep and 70.0% from the line. They move the ball well with 10 assists and generate 8 steals per contest, but rebounding and consistency remain hurdles. TCU, meanwhile, operates at a faster rhythm, 74.0 points per game with 38.8% shooting and a stronger 73.1% at the stripe. The Horned Frogs dominate the glass at 38.8 boards per game and defend with presence, logging 10 steals and 4 blocks. Skylar Wicks leads St. Francis at 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, but his supporting cast needs efficiency around him. On the other side, David Punch powers TCU with 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks, while Brock Harding orchestrates with 6 assists and 5 steals, a stat line that mirrors the team's disruptive edge. This game hinges on whether St. Francis's perimeter play can offset TCU's physical dominance inside. Momentum tells a similar story. St. Francis has dropped back-to-back contests, including a 102-68 blowout at Oklahoma and a 70-68 loss to Alabama State. Competitive but incomplete efforts. TCU's recent history shows narrow setbacks, highlighted by a 78-74 defeat to UNO and earlier battles against Colorado and Baylor. Both teams enter searching for rhythm, but TCU's losses have come against higher-tier opposition, hinting at better structure beneath the surface. St. Francis, though, has shown flashes. When their spacing clicks, their offense flows, but lapses in defensive recovery continue to cost them. All eyes will fall on the duel between Wicks and Punch, two leaders separated by style but bound by impact. Wicks, the Red Flash guard, carries his team's offense through volume and tempo, shooting 47.4% from the field and 40% from beyond the arc. His command drives St. Francis's transition game. Punch, in contrast, is a forward built for power plays and control. 69.2% shooting and elite rebounding instincts make him the anchor of TCU's inside attack. Where Wicks looks to spread the floor, Punch looks to crush it inside the paint. The rhythm of this game will follow whichever of these two imposes his will first. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is TCU winner. From a tactical lens, St. Francis must dictate tempo, rely on ball reversals, and avoid turnovers that fuel TCU's transition surge. The Horned Frogs thrive on pressure, 10 steals, 13 assists, and physical rebounding that converts defense into quick offense. Harding's vision and Robinson's finishing give TCU multi-level threats, while St. Francis will depend heavily on perimeter spacing and mid-range execution. The key X factors: rebounding control and turnover margin. If St. Francis can neutralize second-chance looks, they can hang around. If not, the gap widens quickly. In the end, experience and structure favor the home team. TCU's interior control, balanced scoring, and defensive discipline should carry the night. Expect the Horned Frogs to dictate pace early and close with composure down the stretch. TCU's size, depth, and defensive connectivity prove too much for a rebuilding Red Flash squad still searching for rhythm. Prediction: total under 151.5. North Florida versus Florida. The stage is set in Gainesville, where number Florida hosts North Florida in a clash that bridges two programs at vastly different stages of their journey. The Gators, 0-1 but ranked among the nation's elite, return home looking to reassert dominance after a narrow loss that showcased their talent but exposed early chemistry questions. North Florida, untested this season and stepping into one of the toughest environments in college basketball, enters with ambition and belief, but faces staggering odds, holding just a 1% win probability. For Florida, this is a chance to recover rhythm and sharpen identity. For North Florida, it's the opportunity of the year, a measuring stick game that could define the confidence of its season ahead. Florida's season metrics already flash high-end potential: 87 points per game on 42.9% shooting, backed by 15 assists and 9 steals, signs of fluid pace and active defense. Thomas Hoff anchors the attack with 27 points on 53.8% from the field and near-perfect free throw precision at 85.7%. Around him, Xavier Lee balances scoring, 14 points, and orchestration, 5 assists, while Micah Handlogten's 12 rebounds dominate the interior. The Gators system thrives on tempo and ball movement, using transition bursts to generate open looks. North Florida's numbers from last season tell a different story: 82.8 points per game with 44.4% shooting, led by Josiah Miles' 15.4 points and Josh Harris's 7.1 rebounds. Jalen Smith adds structure with 5.7 assists, but must handle defensive pressure from longer, faster guards. Their style relies on perimeter spacing and rhythm shooting, a contrast to Florida's athletic front court attack. The defining battle: Florida's length and rebounding edge against North Florida's need to create tempo and shoot over pressure. Recent form tells its own story. Florida's 5-game trail from last season closed with narrow heartbreak, falling 93-87 to Arizona after a 4-game win streak over Houston, Auburn, Texas Tech, and Maryland. The Gators' blend of scoring balance and defensive resilience suggests a team already adjusting to new rotations. North Florida ended last season 3-2 in its last 5, trading firepower with mixed results: 90-89 and 89-89, 88-81 losses, offset by high-octane wins over FGCU and Jacksonville. They score in bunches, but defensive lapses in transition remain costly, a critical weakness against Florida's fast break instincts. The duel at center stage pits Hoff's polished all-around game against Harris's relentless rebounding. Hoff's 27-point showcase established him as Florida's offensive compass, efficient, confident, and matchup-proof. Harris, meanwhile, defines North Florida's grit inside, averaging 13.4 points and 7 boards while shooting 55.7%. Around them, Lee's 5 assists per game versus Smith's 5.7 set up the night's secondary storyline: which guard dictates tempo. Lee's controlled pacing and composure under pressure will test North Florida's perimeter defense, while Smith's task is to manufacture offense against elite athleticism. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Florida winner. Tactically, Florida holds clear structural edges. They control the glass, protect the rim, and generate turnovers through aggressive hedging and switching. North Florida must counter through ball rotation, quick-release threes, and avoiding live ball turnovers. The Gators balance 4 double-figure scorers and a deep front court, contrasts with North Florida's dependency on a handful of creators. Bench depth, length, and defensive efficiency all tilt blue and orange. The X factors lie in three-point rhythm. If North Florida gets hot early, it can force Florida into defensive adjustments. If not, the gap widens quickly. The Gators' inside presence and two-way control should overwhelm early. Expect Florida's depth and rebounding dominance to dictate the tempo, with Hoff again starring in a statement rebound win, a showcase of balance, speed, and poise restoring their top-tier identity. Prediction: total under 171.5. Merrimack versus Auburn at Neville Arena. The stage is set for a sharp contrast in power and pace. Auburn, ranked number 20 and fresh off a 95-point eruption, hosts a Merrimack squad searching for early season rhythm after dropping its opener. The matchup predictor paints a lopsided forecast, Auburn's dominance projected at near certainty. Yet for Merrimack, the opportunity is clear: to disrupt tempo, defend space, and prove they can compete with top-tier athleticism. The Tigers stand 1-0 at home, part of the rugged Southeastern Conference pack, while Merrimack, still 0-1, enters from the Metro Atlantic field trying to find footing. This is not just a non-conference test, it's a measuring stick for how each program defines identity in November. Through one game, Auburn's statistical command is striking. The Tigers average 95.0 points on 47.0% shooting, anchored by balanced rebounding, 40 boards, and disciplined distribution, 14 assists. Their efficiency at the line, 71.1%, and opportunistic defense, generating 9 steals and 4 blocks, illustrate a team comfortable in chaos. Merrimack, meanwhile, managed 66.0 points on just 32.1% from the field and 27.6% from deep, their rhythm muted by turnovers and a lack of interior finishing. The Warriors, though, convert 81.5% at the stripe and forced 8 steals, showing defensive grit despite the offensive struggles. Auburn's firepower flows through front-court dominance. Keyshawn Hall's 28 points and Keshawn Murphy's 17 and 8 rebounds, while Merrimack leans on guard play from Ty Dorsett's 19 and Ernest Shelton's defensive activity, including 3 steals and a block. The clash centers on tempo and transition, Auburn's size and speed versus Merrimack's compact discipline. Recent form only deepens the divide. Auburn rides momentum, having survived an overtime shootout to open with a 95-90 win, a test of poise and conditioning that showcased their depth and late-game reliability. Merrimack, conversely, is still regrouping after a 75-66 defeat to South Dakota State, struggling to contain perimeter efficiency while shooting under 1/3 from the floor. Their late-season finish last year, 3 wins in their final 5, showed resilience, but early chemistry remains a work in progress. Auburn's balance suggests a unit already in rhythm. Merrimack's numbers imply a group still searching for offensive fluency. The headline duel belongs to Hall and Dorsett, 2 scoring anchors operating in vastly different systems. Hall's 28-point opener came on 45.5% shooting, hitting 50% from 3 and nearly 89% at the line, blending patience with power from the mid-range and post. Dorsett, meanwhile, embodies Merrimack's perimeter identity. 19 points in 35 minutes on 58.3% shooting and 50% from beyond the arc, thriving off movement and shot creation. Where Hall thrives through physical mismatches, Dorsett's value lies in rhythm and space. If Hall dictates inside-out flow, Auburn will suffocate. If Dorsett finds early confidence, Merrimack can stay afloat through tempo control and spacing. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Auburn winner. Tactically, Auburn's blueprint is to overwhelm, extend pressure, dominate the glass, and force pace. Murphy's rebounding and Pettiford's 5 assists drive a motion-heavy attack, while Kevin Overton's 4 steals underscore the Tigers' defensive range. Merrimack's hopes rest on containment, keeping Auburn under 75 possessions and leveraging turnovers into transition bursts. Casey Aguakazi's 3 blocks and Shelton's steals offer interior resistance, but foul management will be critical. Auburn's bench, led by Williams Adams's 15-point versatility, offers balance Merrimack can't yet match. In the end, Auburn's athleticism and shot-making depth tilt the scale decisively. Expect Merrimack to battle through stretches, but the Tigers' rebounding edge and offensive fluidity should create separation by halftime. The final margin favors efficiency and control. Auburn 91, Merrimack 63, a performance that reinforces Auburn's national standing while reminding Merrimack that structure alone can't offset superior talent. Final score, total over 143.5, Denver Pioneers versus Washington Huskies. Washington's home floor at Alaska Airlines Arena sets the stage for a sharp early season contrast. A powerhouse in stride versus a team still finding its rhythm. The Huskies, fresh off a 94-50 statement win, stand at 1-0 and sit confidently atop the Big Ten's early leaderboard. Denver, 0-1 and near the bottom of the summit standings, enters Seattle as a heavy underdog, projected with only a sliver of win probability. For Washington, it's about proving early dominance. For Denver, it's a chance to turn a slow start into a defining response against a nationally relevant opponent. Washington's opening effort was a masterclass in balance and control. 94 points on 49.2% shooting, 40% from deep, and a plus 15 rebound edge that showcased its physical edge inside. The Huskies shared the ball beautifully, with 21 assists and only 14 turnovers, anchored by J.J. Mandequit's orchestration, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, and the interior authority of Bryson Tucker, 12 points, 10 rebounds. Their defense was active, producing 9 steals and 4 blocks, smothering Oregon in transition and half-court execution. Denver, meanwhile, shot just 37.5% from the field and 38.1% from three in its 84-73 loss, struggling to generate efficient looks. Jeremiah Burke led the way with 21 points and 9 boards on 37.5% shooting, while Carson Johnson added 18 points but needed 13 attempts to get there. Denver's 18 turnovers and 1 block underline the defensive gap that must tighten fast. Recent form tilts dramatically toward Washington. The Huskies have won 3 of their last 5, scoring 90-plus in back-to-back games and flexing versatility at every position. Denver, on the other hand, has lost 4 of its last 5, allowing over 80 points in 3 of them. Their lone recent win came against Oral Roberts in a tight 71-60 finish. Washington's rhythm looks synced and confident, while Denver's defensive rotation and shot creation still need cohesion. The headline duel centers on Jeremiah Burke and Hannes Steinbach, 2 forwards who both posted 21 points in their openers but in vastly different styles. Burke relies on power, volume, and rebounding hustle, shooting 6 of 16 with a perfect 6 of 6 from the line. Steinbach operates with surgical precision, 9 of 11 from the floor, 81.8% efficiency, adding 6 assists and 7 rebounds. His footwork and timing elevate Washington's flow, while Burke's brute strength defines Denver's identity. If Steinbach controls the tempo again, Denver's half-court defense may unravel early, especially if Washington continues spreading the floor and forcing mismatches through spacing. Burke's challenge will be to impose physicality without losing defensive balance, as every possession between these 2 front-court anchors could shift momentum and reveal which team truly dictates the paint. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Washington winner. Tactically, this matchup pits Washington's fluid, high-assist offense against Denver's limited rim protection and transition defense. The Huskies' depth, with 4 double-digit scorers and contributions across all positions, creates spacing Denver's smaller rotation may struggle to counter. Washington's ball pressure, anchored by Wesley Yates III, 3 steals, threatens to expose Denver's 18 turnover problem. The Pioneers' path lies in rebounding control and perimeter efficiency. Logan Kinsey's 71.4% shooting could be a quiet X-factor if Denver spaces effectively and limits runouts. In the end, Washington's poise, interior dominance, and two-way synergy give it the clear edge. Expect the Huskies to dictate pace, force turnovers, and extend leads through disciplined half-court execution. The Huskies' balance and efficiency prove too much, their early season statement echoing through another convincing home performance. Prediction: total over 150.5.